How did you get involved in the sports training field?
Matt, I'd say through a lot of luck. Being one of those sort of people, you're always out there meeting other people and talking to people in the sports medicine field, and having a very solid, high credential background from an AFL point of view with the clubs I've worked with and people I met over the journey, the process of doing things to the best of my ability. And as a result of that, I was approached by AFL Country Victoria to do all the sports medicine education through AFL Victoria and cover basically one end of the state to the other. I had a very strong profile, and in my opinion, only from what I've been told, people seem to think I do the job and do it well, and if that is the case, I'm proud of those achievements. But honestly, Matt, it's never been about me. My main drive is to be out there helping people. And I do understand there's a huge difference between the upper level of, say, is rugby, football, golf. I worked for Women's Golf Australia for 12 years on the circuit. I travelled internationally with the Australian team to Ireland in 2000. I was nominated twice as All-Australian Sports Trainer. Worked with the Adelaide Football Club, where I achieved 2 service awards. I worked with Brisbane Lions in the premiership years. But just that's the background, that's more the sort of involvement. But again, if you sort of tick all the right boxes, someone's going to tap you on the shoulder. So that's where it all sort of started. But the passion's always been about making the game safe. You know, of course, you've got to be paid for your time and effort. But really, it's not the money that drives me, it's more the passion of getting the job done. As a 19-20 with the AFL Victoria. Then as a result of that, and with all the football leagues now operating through their own processes, through that, I've maintained that connection, and the feedback I get from the leagues is very, very positive. I've had lots of strong testimonials from those leagues supporting what I've done. But as one league sort of gets the feedback from another league, it develops and it builds and it builds, and you pick up more leagues. Well, this year alone, only because of connections with leagues, where I've picked up 5 more major leagues this year, which means I'm absolutely flat chat. I even was approached by AFL Queensland a couple of years to go up there and sort out some of their mess up there, because they really weren't sort of reaching the standard that was required. So I was up there for a little while, sort of helping them get some trainers accredited. I was up Queensland probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, speaking to AFL Queensland, and been approached to put a submission in place to hopefully run some trainers courses with AFL Queensland. But it's not just running trainers courses. Again, I sort of lean back on my wealth of experience, and I'm very fortunate having that experience through exposure. I not only do I teach their level 1 accredited courses, which is the basic minimum requirement to go onto the field. Without that certificate, you can't go onto the field. But also I teach advanced strapping with community people who are very passionate about their sport, and it's like sort of rebuilding an old car from the scratch. So you've got lots of aches and pains and bits and pieces. So to develop and teach these sports trainers some strapping techniques for their knees, their shoulders, their wrists, their fingers, Achilles, plantar fasciitis, shin pain, just keeps them going. But also because of having that wealth of experience in massage, I'm very, very fortunate, to my knowledge, and it is to my knowledge, that I'm one of the few, if only, people in Australia that has 3 service awards for the massage profession. But I take that with a lot of pride, but I don't really sort of get overawed about it. My main focus is to be out there helping people, and I'll travel from one end of the state to the other and reach out to the leagues where they don't get the support normally from some other educators. And it's always a passion to help people get them on the field to make the game safe. And if at the end of the day, if all I can be accredited for is making the game safe, I couldn't be any happier. And that's the whole nuts and bolts of it all.